Hey Wales, good morning. Happy Monday. It's March 10th, pre-market. Let's dive in and break down Nvidia today. Going to be a very interesting week. We have a lot of reports coming out in terms of how well the economy is doing. And I do believe Nvidia is a leading indicator in terms of sort of, dissecting the different types of movements we can expect throughout the overall market. So I want to always have a pulse on Nvidia and make sure that we have a grasp of what's going on. Let's dive in. So as you guys know from my last videos, my sentiment has not changed. I do believe we finished off all of a top, right? A wave one, right? We called this a fifth wave here. And then potentially we have a double correction, right? We have a WXY coming down. And ultimately, this inflection point between 102 down to 77, anywhere around this area has a chance for a significant bounce, right? And the reason why is because these are sort of the main algo levels, right? The golden ratios within Fibonacci. And we do have a potential correction ending cycle here at $90 as well as 75. All right, so this is actually the area as well that makes even more sense to potentially look at for potential buy. Okay, so from an investor standpoint, right, just from a disclaimer standpoint, if you're an investor, in my opinion, and you want to get into Nvidia, I think anything under $100 starts to make sense to start picking up some shares, right? It makes sense because of how well these areas are confluent. And even between $86 to 75, this is the area that I think would be a fantastic buy if you want to, keep adding more shares to. Okay. Now, coming from a trader's mindset, from my point of view, because, I need to make a living and these short-term prices do matter for me. I am waiting patiently, right? Because currently Nvidia looks like it's still in a downtrend, right? It's still trying to find support. I don't see any higher highs and higher lows. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Well, for me, I like when stocks are in beautiful uptrends like this. Okay, beautiful uptrends where we buy the dip. Okay, on those uptrending stocks. Right now, Nvidia's is in a downtrend, right? We're getting lower highs here, lower highs, continuous lower highs. So if that's the case, I'm waiting patiently to see whether or not it can come down to these levels before we get a significant bounce. And what I would like to see is that when we do get this bounce, when it dips, hold that higher low, right? Does it go below that low? So that's the first step. And then now we push through, consolidate like this, and then go even higher. Okay. So I'll be buying this, right? The dip here and also here. Okay, I do not like catching the falling knife on Nvidia. I do not like catching sideways motion, right? All of this for the last year has been super sideways. This is extremely difficult to make money in. So I'm avoiding this. I'm avoiding downtrends. I'm waiting, guys. I'm waiting to see where that bottom is. And if it does bottom, I want to see a great reaction towards the upside. Come back down. I'll buy the dip, right? Because now we're trying to hold that higher low. And then if it can hold that higher low, now we push forward and where we can buy even more on the consolidation, right? Because it's going to start to flag, right? We like flagging patterns. And then we can push up even higher, closer to 180 to 220 into the future, right? That's exactly what I want to see. So until then, I'm staying patient on Nvidia. Nothing has really changed for me, right? I do believe Nvidia is a leading indicator, so you always want to make sure you have a pulse on what Nvidia is doing, okay? Until then, I'm in other trades, other stocks, guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great rest of your Monday and hopefully a green week, right? So I'll see you guys.